I hear the Sunspot 4 seasons, volume 1 review. I've never been in a relationship before. I don't know how it's supposed to work. Taichi, confused. It's spring. Koi Sugihara, and Taichi Sagawa, one-time fellow student, are now going out together. Hearing impaired Kohei is in his final year at university and has begun to look for a job. Lively, impulsive Taichi, who dropped out of uni to work full-time, is given up for training to oversee. But then, he shall appear but Eda, who, Taichi learns, went out with Kohei in junior high. She, too, is looking for a job and, to Taichi's discomfort, seems far too keen to renew her acquaintance with Kohei. The young men are not yet openly sharing their status as a couple, so when she invites them to a meal at a cafe restaurant where she works part-time, these get awkward pretty quickly. For starters, Taichi, who once upon a time would only have been interested in the food, realizes that he feels an unpleasant emotion welling up when he thinks of Eda and Kohei together, and suddenly he's making his excuses and beating a very hasty retreat. Kohei hurries after him and confronts him. "Did you see? You run because you're jealous, Taichi?" However, there's another reason. Eda turns to Kohei. She's been harassed by a stalker, faced with no help or advice for her aunt or the police. She asks Kohei if he'll pretend to be her boyfriend for a little while to discourage the stalker. Kohei refuses and tells her, without naming names, that he's currently in a relationship and such a pretense will be deeply unfair to his partner. However, when he tells Taichi about his response, Taichi, whoever the crusader for justice, says that Kohei should have been more supportive as Ena could be in real danger from the stalker. Taichi, impulsive as ever, takes matters into his own hands and goes to see Ena, not anticipating that the stalker might be hanging around. I, for one, would be very happy to meet Taichi and Kohei again. I wrote at the end of my review of the preceding volume, and my wishes have been granted thanks to One Piece manga in the BL magazine Kana, in which this very readable slice of life manga is ongoing, 6 volumes into the ongoing story of Koi and Taichi and mangaka Yuki Fumino. In spite of her sweet but self-deprecating, the preceding comments in the afterword shows no sign of stopping, which is great for readers to become attached to these two young men and their awkward but very believable friendship, which has slowly but surely deepened into love. Aside from a little gentle teasing our readers about sexy scenes, or the lack of them so far because she did promise at the end of the last volume, she manages to pull off something rather more skillful, a convincing and ongoing portrayal of the back and forth of the pair's relationship. We get to see the negotiating, the give and take that slowly but surely reveals the strength of their feelings for each other in spite of misunderstandings and outside even over which they have no control. The ongoing theme underlying these stories is that Kohei's loss of hearing, and by extension, how heavily adapted living with disability feels. We've seen Kohei go through different stages of denial, and gradually comes to acceptance. Helped by getting to know Taichi, Kohei is ready to move on and face the world, and the scene where he goes to a job interview is both moving and inspiring. However, we also get into a glimpse into his past when Anna tells Taichi how she first came to know Kohei at school. We will learn about how distant he became after recovering from the illness and irreparable damage his hearing. Stephen Collar is again the translator for this series for One Piece books and delivers a very readable English version. The letterer is not named. Mangaka Yuki Fumino's skill with color means the color landscape this time, not portrait. It's very attractively painted, the light color palette representing the future season of spring, with double shade very effectively rendered. The volume also contains transparent and side story about Taichi senpais at work, Chiba and Tendo, something like an afterworld, never-ending summer. A bonus story about the central pair as they try to work out their love life, and channeling Tai, an extra one-page bonus. Tai was Taichi's grandmother. This volume ends in an intriguing cliffhanger, and as Volume 2 is already out of Japan, readers can hope it will be too long to wait before it's translated and released by One Piece Books. Massive hint. Our review copy for One Piece Books was supplied by Turnaround Comics, Turnaround Publisher Services. 9 on 10.